Hi everyone, and welcome to today's webinar where we've got Nicky Chisholm, a founder and director of the Mumpreneurs Networking Club, along with Sarah Guile. And it's great to have you here today, Nicky. We're going to be talking all about networking and finding your tribe. And yeah, do you want to give us a little intro for yourself?
Absolutely. Good morning, everybody. It's lovely to be here. Abby, thank you so much for having us. Yeah, we absolutely love networking. It's part of what we do day in and day out. We network online and we network offline. And the Mumpreneurs Networking Club is a business networking group set up for mums and dads, parents that run their businesses around their families. We set it up 10 years ago and we've been rocking and rolling ever since and assisting all the hardworking, dynamic, very, very clever parents that are out there running their businesses around their families.
That's brilliant. And are you based all around the UK? Are you basically London based, or whereabouts are you based?
We are down on the south coast. I live in Brighton, Sarah lives in Arundel, and we have meetings all across the south coast. So we have probably about 150 to 180 meetings a year across the south coast. And once you become a member of a group, say for example Brighton, you are able to access all the local groups around you. So once you get your networking feet and you feel comfortable and you feel confident, then you can go to networking groups that sister groups to them. We also have one up in North London in Enfield, and we've got a couple of pop-ups, which is something that we're really concentrating on this year, so that we can bring the MNC love into our neighbouring groups and enable more mums and dads to come along to the meetings and basically enjoy networking, find out what networking is all about, and most importantly, the benefits of networking for their businesses, and also for them, as often people are working at home on their own. And it's so nice, it's so lovely to get out and meet like-minded people, and it just gives you energy, it gives you connections, it gives you fun. So yeah, that's what we're all about. So lots of pop-ups this year. That's what we're looking forward to.
Brilliant, thank you. Okay, so we're going to talk about networking today, of course. So our first question for you today is, how do you find your networking tribe?
This is a really good question, because there are hundreds of networking groups out there. Some are good and some are bad. And I think what you've got to do is, first of all, be very open and honest about what you want from networking. Are you networking because you want a particular sector in the, so whether it's tech, whether it's whatever it is, so be really important, be really clear of what you want. So is it, which industry are you looking for? What areas are you looking for? And what people are you looking to connect with? So if it's local, you can find all your local ones. If it's more national, then you're going to look at big exhibitions or big events or big expos, and they always have some sort of networking as part of their day. So be really clear of what you're looking for. And then when you go along to those groups, you've got to be really open-minded. It's very scary. People really hate it. The whole idea of public speaking or walking into a room where you don't know anyone, it is really, really, really hard. And we see people come along in the first meetings and they just hate it. You can see they hate it. And as they find their feet, they're more comfortable, they practice their sort of like their pitch or their elevator pitch, they begin to blossom. And then once they blossom, they're chatting, they get to know everyone. That takes a while, but you've got to be open and ready to engage and talk to people when you come in to those meetings. So you can find them online, do some research, look for, ask your business colleagues, ask for recommendations. Where do they go? What do they do? What's in their local area? And also, I mean, have a look online. I mean, you search, there's lots of networking companies that have find my networking events. So find your local events, and there'll be a whole list of them. And it is, I think if you go in with the mindset of, I'm going to have to try quite a few before I find what fits with me, some of them are very early in the morning, some of them are late at night. Mumpreneur Networking Club was set on the premise that we couldn't go networking. We had kids. We couldn't network first thing in the morning because we were getting them to school. We couldn't network at night because we were picking them up from school, doing the school runs, doing football, etc. So we literally set it up out of absolute necessity. We dropped the kids off to school, and all our meetings at the Mumpreneurs Networking Club are after sort of 9 o'clock. You come along, you do your networking, and then you go. So they're not in the school holidays as well. So you get value for money, and it's at a time that suits sort of working parents. So yeah, in a nutshell, look for networking on and offline, because you can echo, you can reinforce your networking that you do actually in the real world with what you do online as well.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. So our next question is, what attracts people to a certain community?
So we briefly touched on this in the first question. So it's really what you are looking for as an individual. There are lots of people that, I mean, especially in the sort of the business culture that we have now, lots of people work from home, they work from cafes, they work from shared office spaces, flexible working. And it's a way of connecting with other business owners, other individuals. And you need to really work out what you're looking for. Are you looking for customers? Are you looking for opportunities? Are you looking for support? Are you looking for somebody to have a coffee with on a Friday? And once you find the networking group, you'll probably find all of those things will begin to happen. But like anything, it does take time and effort to come through. But you've got to be clear on what you're looking for. And lots of networking events are full of people that know tons about the local area, the local community. They're great for signposting you for other events. It's a great place to open doors, open conversations, and you just never know who you're going to sit next to and what opportunities and also what connections, like all of us, you find people that you gel with. So you're not going to gel with everybody. It's just impossible. But at networking, you'll begin to find that you gel with certain people, and that's where the magic happens. That's a great word. It's where the magic happens.
Definitely, that's great. Thank you. I suppose it's all part of the adventure, isn't it? From that first time that you go to a networking event, and I'm sure people are terrified the first time that they do it. But then, I guess as you build that confidence, there's so much out there to discover and explore. So it's great.
I think people are quite hard on themselves. They go along to the first meeting and also they expect to go into the first networking meeting and then they don't sell anything. I mean, it's just bonkers. You don't walk into school, university or work and you make a best friend within 10 minutes of walking in the door. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes tears, love, money to create that bond. And it does take a long time to make those connections. And people need to understand that you don't walk into a networking meeting and you're not going to sell £1,000 worth of goods, or you're not going to sign up 25 people to your amazing business or service or product. And if you go in with that mindset just to enjoy it, walk in the door and enjoy it, then you will come away thinking, right, this could be for me. I am really enjoying this. So take the pressure off yourself when you walk through the door.
Yeah, definitely. And that kind of leads on to our next question. So how can people contribute themselves to their tribe once they've found it?
This, I think, echoes, the whole networking thing echoes in anything, relationships, work, your kids, your family. It all takes time and effort. You can't expect to walk in 2 or 3 meetings and sell loads of stuff or create amazing opportunities. I would honestly say give yourself 6 months. Give yourself 6 months and get involved. So how can you get involved in the community? Well, first of all, turn up. So if there's 6 meetings and they're once a month, just turn up. We often get people say, well, it didn't work for me. And then when I look back at our CRM system, I see they've only been once. Well, like anything, people buy from people, they buy into you, they look at your credibility, you're building your credibility, you're beginning to work with people in the network, they're then giving you testimonials, they're saying how brilliant you are, you can do a skill swap so that you can say, well, I'll do an hour with you if you do an hour with me, and then you've got the opportunity to chat about each other and create awareness of what you're doing. So get all the dates in your diary, always turn up to them, always be on time and always be prepared. Don't just fly in like a bat out of hell where you look like you're not prepared, you look like you're not investing in it. If you're investing time and effort and money, at least walk through the door thinking, right, okay, I'm calm, I've got my business cards, I've got some props with me, or I've got some of my products with me. People really buy into the visual cues. So if you're holding up something, people remember you, or you're always wearing the same color, or you've got your branding with you. So be really consistent. It's the same echoes everything in life. Be really consistent. Turn up and get involved. And often there'll be opportunities, maybe there you can be showcased online, you can be featured online. They often do photographs of the events. You can then comment afterwards, you can put blogs, you can engage, you can become the expert in your field. So if you've got blogs, if you've got video tutorials, if you've got handy website PDFs, you can put all of those links on there so that you're engaging, not spamming, but engaging with the community. So you're giving people a reason to chat to you. So you're not just spam. It's like, oh, did you see this event's coming up? Did you see this networking event? Did you see it's International Women's Day coming up? So that you're creating opportunities, you're opening doors to conversations, and do it consistently. So if you're going to do it 9 o'clock on a Wednesday morning, great, do it 9 o'clock on a Wednesday morning, but be consistent, because it's that consistency that people buy into. No one's going to buy into it if you just fly in and out really quickly, look like you crazy hair, and you're just not prepared, because they'll think it's never going to work. You've got to be professional. People are buying into you, and then they're buying into your business. So just use them. A lot of networking events have the online side as well. So who was there? They use the photographs, use the videos, do Facebook Lives when you're there as well. So it's lovely to be here, to meet everybody. Use those different mediums. Connect with people on LinkedIn afterwards. Connect with people on Facebook. And maybe the event has a hashtag, so use the hashtag to get involved in. So pick one thing, don't do all of those things, pick one thing and do it really, really well and really consistently.
Brilliant, thank you. So our last question today, I think we've covered quite a lot of it anyway, is basically would you say are the main benefits of belonging to a community? How can it benefit people's business? What does networking bring to a business?
I think that there's multiple levels, but just a perfect example, we had one of our members turn up the other day, and she said, I really didn't want to come this morning. I'm feeling really low. Business is rubbish. Family's really hard work. And she said, I wasn't going to come this morning. She walked in the room. Everyone said, hi, how are you? How are you doing? They gave her a hug. They chatted about business. And she wrote to us afterwards. She said, I'm so chuffed. I turned up, I really enjoyed it. I walked away feeling energized. I felt really, really happy. So it is definitely a way of re-energizing yourself. We're all familiar with the concept of mood hoovers or energy vampires. When you go to a networking meeting, you've got the flip side of it, and it's full of people that are like-minded. They're driven, they're ambitious, they're in the same room as you, they've made the same effort to be there. And you can draw on that energy, and in your way, you can give back as well. It opens doors, it opens conversations, it creates opportunities, it signposts you to new events, new activities, and also it's a really good way of looking at. When you do have problems, you're thinking, you know what, it's not just me. Other people have got VAT problems, accounts problems, HR problems, logistic problems, packaging problems, retail problems. I mean, running a business, there are problems every single day, day in, day out, and there will be. That's the journey of, that's the life of running a business. And if you're in a room with people that often people will have the answers for you. They say, have you tried this accountant? Have you tried this logistics person? Have you tried this networking event? So you're surrounded yourself with like-minded people, and that's where your energy comes from. You're not on your own. You're with a group of people that understand your problems, potentially have solutions, and most importantly, can be part of your inner circle. That can be the clients, can be customers. It just needs time and effort. You need lots of time and effort to put into it. Give yourself 6 months. And when you create that tribe, that really is where the magic happens. And, we've seen it time and time again. People come along to Mumpreneurs. They are, I would say, terrified. Their first meeting, they're like, oh, and give it a few times. I'd say maybe 3 or 4 times. And you know what? They just love it. They get hold of it and they think, right, this is right up my street. It's great for me personally, and it's great for business as well. So stick to it. And another thing that we always say, fortune is in the follow-up. So if you go along to a meeting and you say, right, hi, Abby, how are you? Hi, Nikki, how are you? Make sure afterwards, if you've spoken about a book, an event, some social media platform or a blog, send it to them. Because once you're beginning to engage and give back, people are thinking, this girl, this woman, this man knows what they're talking about, and your credibility is building week in, week out, month and months on. And that's where the magic happens.
Thank you so much, Nikki. That's been great. If anyone watching wants to know more about Mumpreneurs, we'll share all the details about their website and social media handles, so you can get in touch. But that's brilliant. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you, Rabbi. Good luck, everybody. Happy networking.